Welcome to Forensics, Crime Scene Detective, a game where we play as a forensic investigator. Very, very cool. I've done the first two cases just to get like an idea of how the game is actually played. I'll just show you guys how it works, just so that you know. But yeah, let's get to the crime scene. Essentially, what you're doing is just working how a real forensic environment person will do. Forensic investigator, that's the word. And you're finding evidence, you're taking the evidence correctly, and then you are examining the evidence and then sending it off to the detectives to actually analyze from there. So once we get into this crime scene, there we go. We just skip this. Okay, I'll just explain the game and how it works. You can open up this case here. We need to take these evidence and we need to mark where there is evidence. Right now we're just trying to mark cell phones and cell phone information. So right now we can put a thing down by this password. If we crouch down here, we can see that there's a smartphone. We can actually lie on the floor to place this one better. The only problem is that you can't move when you're lying around on the floor. There's also another one right here. As I said, I found these earlier, so if I'm speedrunning it, that's why. Oop. And there's also another phone right over here on the desk. Oop. Okay, perfect. Now those are all the phones. Now what we need to do next is we need to return these and we need to take photos of the evidence to be able to actually show where we found them in the crime scene. So in real forensics, you obviously don't get these cool white borders that tell you where the evidence that you're wanting to look at is, but let's crouch down, shall we? Oh, there we go. Get rid of this camera and sprint over to here where we can take the remaining photos. And there we go, that's our little speed run. Now from here we can just take these passwords that we're taking actually pictures of all of them, and we can actually get into the meat and potatoes of this game, which is not just bagging evidence, but it's analyzing the evidence that you've found. So we'll be taking these back to our lab in a minute and actually analyzing them. So there we go. So let's get a lab. Alrighty. Come on, lab. You've got it. Figure it out. There we go. We were in here earlier. We can check our emails over here. It's not really that necessary. You can just see that. Here's our little board. I'm going to be the tutorial for this. It just shows us where we found all of the information and what we tagged it as with our like little yellow things. And over here is where we're actually going to decrypt these devices. So we can decrypt Orca straight away because we get the password for it. It'll just do it in like 50 seconds. We can then export those results and it'll reach as a file here. The other ones we're going to have to desolder the memory chip. So let's just do that now. Desoldering requires you to get the edges nice and hot. There we go. While not actually melting the... Oh no. Okay. So let me try that with the other memory chip. This one, no virus. I'm going to get dot points for that. I'm disappointed. I'll show you how to do it properly though. It should be like there. There we go. All right, and then we grab our a little pipette, and we throw that in there. There we go. Perfect. Now we can start decrypting this by going back and trying it on this one. You can also try the no, not that one. Apparently, this one, and then start decrypting. It'll reject the password, so it's going to take us a little while. So while we're here, let's run around the office and see what other devices we've got. This is where we're going to get fingerprints of shit, like wine bottles, things like that. This is where we are going to do DNA analysis over here. Over here is where we're going to test guns to see like what gun exactly made what bullet. Over here is our projectile comparer. We've got a fingerprint comparer over here, which we'll learn about in our next one. And I think that that's basically it. I think that there's not too much else to see in the whole room here. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. That's the entire lab. Well, let's go see if that's been decrypted, which it has. And let's go export those results. We'll then pick these up and we will then bring them back over to here where we can send them off to our boss. Now, the boss will be like, yes, okay, and then we can close that and yeah, conclude the case. Now, here I would have got, yeah, not all of it because of the whole thingy, because I destroyed evidence. So that was my entire fault. Last time I did this, I got 100%, but I was speedrunning it for you guys, so yeah. You can see here that my best score is 100. My best score on this was 99, so let's try and get 100 this time. I do know what I did wrong, so we'll try our best, shall we? I'll explain what I did wrong when I get to the crime scene as well. This one is our camera and evidence, so we know that we need to mark our evidence first. I'm just going to go ahead and mark this here wine bottle. The rest of the evidence is all fingerprints, which is what we're trying to do. So before we even get to fingerprints, we need to grab our UV light. And then we're just going to find the fingerprints around. So there's one over here as well. The only reason I know where these are is because I played this level before. There's one there, and there's another one down here. Okay, perfect. Now let's return this UV light and let's take our evidence markers and mark the rest of these. You might notice that this one says 1, but it says 2 now that we've actually got it. That's just because the game doesn't know how to count properly. Dear. Okay, 1 there, and we can crouch down and we can put a 5 right there. Apparently you don't need to actually put them in like a nice pretty area. As long as you can see both the number and the evidence, you're fine. And now we want to get a nice non-blocking. Okay, perfect. Let's lie down. Perfect. Okay. Let's get our camera out. Stand back up, my friend. Bing. What I missed before, by the way, the one piece of evidence that meant I got 99 was just putting the evidence next to this wine. I picked it up before I actually was able to take a photo of it. So you need to make sure that you're correctly bagging and tagging everything that you find before you do that. Otherwise you'll look silly like me. So we're going to extract this fingerprint here. The way to do this is just hold down like your left click. What you're going to do is you're going to wait until there is no more little white specks, which we are now. And then we are going to add our little tape and take that fingerprint with us. There we go. Just do that with the remaining pieces of evidence. There we go. Alrighty. Again, we're going to add black stuff until we can see no white. Perfect. No, there's still a little bit of white there. Now that looks good. Let us grab our tape, take that on there, and then pull that off. And we're going to do that with our 2 remaining fingerprints. Perfect. Yeah. And then we are going to take this and shoot that off. And finally, oh no, grab that. The boys at the crime scene don't like us if we remove the labels, so we need to ensure that we're keeping those labels if necessary, not knocking them or anything like that. And yeah, so those are my bags and tags. So we can just return this kit and grab the wine bottle, which we are going to grab for later. We're going to drink that when we get home at the laboratory. Perfect. So in the laboratory, what we're going to do is we're just going to very quickly place our wine in here. And then we're going to extract the fingerprint for it. Oh, we need to close the chamber. Of course. While we're doing that, we'll read this email. Who's watering the ficus? Because someone watered a large ficus in the anteroom when I'm gone. Okay, perfect. So that fingerprint has now been grabbed, which is perfect. Let's extract that one. And then we need to come over to here and just compare the fingerprints. So here, we can pretty easily tell that this one and this person is not the same. We can just click no match here. What we're going to do is export that one. The next thing that we're going to do is go back, have a look at this one. This one and this one are also clearly not matches, so we can click no match, and then export that. Go back again. We can see that this one is a match, and we are going to show the computer that it is a match by pointing out there's a loop here and a loop here. Oh, I didn't like that one, so I'm actually going to go back and then click on it again, because I want to get that 100%. A loop here and a loop here. I don't know why sometimes it lights that loop and sometimes it doesn't. Let's go with the delta instead. The delta is a lot easier, I think, to mark. There's also a junction right here. There's also another junction right here, which is the same as this junction right here. And there is another junction right here, which matches that one. Now, that's basically all we need to say that there is a match, and then we can export that one. We can then go back and do our final little fingerprint, which is also a match. Let's try that loop again, shall we? Grab that loop right there, grab that loop right there. It still doesn't think that it's a loop. What we can also say is that it's an end, and I think that it like prefers that it's an end to a loop, and I don't really know why, but yeah, you can see right there that it does like those loops to be marked as ends. Now we can also just do this junction. There we go. And we can say that that is a match. Now, the other fingerprints that we need to confirm, of course, are back the John Doe ones, which we are very quickly going to do. This one is a clear loop with a clear loop. There's also a clear loop here, which matches with this clear loop here. Though apparently that is very weak, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me just entirely. Loop and a loop. There's also a delta down here that you might be able to notice. There's also a lot of ends that are matching, of course. There's a lot of junctions that are matching. There's a junction here and a junction here. There is another junction here and another junction here. And then we can just say that that one is a match. This one's also a match. Let's try and grab that loop and that loop. Finally, this loop and this loop. We'll see if it likes this. No, maybe it likes it better as a junction, to be honest. Let's try a junction. Yeah, it likes it better as a junction. Delta, I was saying before that, like, not all humans have unique fingerprints. There are actually shared fingerprints. It's unlikely that you share your fingerprint with anyone who currently lives, but you might share your fingerprint with a dead person. Okay, perfect. And I think, well, actually, did we do all the John Does? Well, we did all the matching John Does. This is a non-match as well. And this one is a non-match as well. There we go. We can now grab these results. Perfect. We can also grab the wine bottle. We have not got the evidence for it as of yet. I don't know why. Let's open the chamber, shall we? And oh, there we go. And grab this wine bottle. In which case we can now go and have a look at this and say, did the thingamajig do it for me? Because yeah, there should be a wine bottle, general wine bottle. It's those two, and then John Doe's are these two, and the wine bottle. But there was some way. The wine bottle, close the chamber. We've already extracted. Here's the evidence. There we go. And then we can use that fingerprint, I think, in the fingerprint analysis. Yes, there we go. This is the same end. This is the same delta. These are the same junctions. Make sure to pick up your evidence from various evidency areas. And then we're just going to go back and confirm that this is not John's. which we can pretty easily confirm. They don't look anything alike, so if we let's put no match, and then export that. Now let's pick up our results, and we'll send these off to the lab to analyze, and we'll see if we got 100%. Well, let's have a look at my mailbox. Match. We've correctly matched the fingerprints in both rooms to the correct person. Yeah, let's conclude the case. What did we get this time? 100, 100, 197. Analysis quality 80. What? Boo. My analysis quality was probably better in my best one. Anyway, let's move on to number 3. We want to find one blood sample. I've not done this message yet, but I think I know where the blood sample is because I've been in this room too many times now, looking for various evidence. Also, the game will tell us what the blood sample is. You have arrived at the LPA training site. Yeah, perfect. So what we want to do first is, of course, grab our little bag and tag. What is over here? Take an evidence photo first, get the biomaterial kit. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so let's grab our little evidence photo. It appears that it's all there, right there. So, there we go. Grab our little camera and take a photo. There's our little bag and tag. Now we want to return this photo to its rightful place and go take our biological sample kit. We then want to collect the biological material. Click sample. Just want to make sure that we get enough of this shit. There we go. That's probably enough. And then 2. Perfect. We could read the little thing here. Once enough is collected, press 2. Okay, so yeah, you just need to collect enough of it. Perfect. And I think that that was the only thing that we actually needed to do here. So we're out of the crime scene in record time. Those boys at the lab won't know what to do with this DNA sample. Perfect. Okay, let's go and analyze that. We probably know where to do that, which is over here. Okay, perfect. And this is by evidence, yeah. Okay, so let's place our little samples in here. Let's place one from John Doe and one from unknown. And then let us do the bioevidence. Okay, cool. So let's start analysis. Now that'll get us a nice little folder. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's have a look, shall we? Nah, nothing. Well, we can just put them here and we can grab the, there we go. Okay, so we need to match, right? WASD. So is there anything that kind of looks like this where we've got 2 peaks, 2 valleys? Maybe over here at 28. Oh no, they're not high enough. Is there anything that's high enough? Not particularly, right? Yeah, I don't see anything that is high enough. Oh, we can scale it. Ah, well maybe this. We can make it fit, god damn it. Let's make it fit this, oh, this one? Yeah, let's make it fit this one. I don't like that you can't, oh, there we go. Exact line. That's as far right as it goes, so it just can't, unless we pull it way that way, but then yeah. The other only location I can think of is this one, right? Where we could do like, we're gonna make this person guilty of this murder. Do they want to be or not? Also, that one's a tiny bit smaller. So we need to look for like a peak that's big and a peak that's, maybe this one. But they're so much smaller. I don't know whether it's a match, to be honest. It's definitely not a match for any of these ones. Not a match for any of those ones. Yeah, maybe it is this one that's like way smaller, but you know, no. Yeah, that one's got no peak. These ones, yeah, maybe we do this, obviously. Even though there's no peaks in between. In this DNA sample, and there's clearly a pink here. Yeah, I would say that this is not a match. Export it. Whee! What does this button do? Fine adjustment. Do we do slow? Well, there we go. Let's grab the results. And I'm pretty confident in my saying that those don't match. You might be wrong, I might be wrong. We'll find out, I guess, when we do this. Come on, tell me that I've won the game. Now I'm gonna just double check. I swear, it is bigger and then smaller. You know, I was right. It is barely any places that is bigger and smaller, right? And one of them, they both have teeth. The only place I can think of really is here. And it's just, because this one will need to be like that. And then this one will need to be like that. And then this one will need to be like here. Oh, yeah, I don't think it does match. Yeah. Oh, do we have another blood sample? No. Well, I reckon it must match, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Just because it is the training one. And we also have not got an email yet telling me that I'm wrong. We're gonna have a look at our little thingamajig, I guess. Well, rather than worry about it, let's just close the case and go somewhere else. Close, yeah. Did I not get DNA analysis 0? Incorrect analysis 1. So did I do my I must have done my analysis wrong. Oh. Shall we? Let's go. Let's do it again. Let's do it right this time, shall we? You guys are gonna hate me. Alrighty, case led. Take this evidence back. Maybe this one won't become a video because I'm just too much of a perfectionist, you know? Now let's take a photo. So I want to know how to do analysis, I guess, properly. So we should reread the tutorial about it. But I didn't want to read it because, you know, it's boring. It's boring me reading stuff. Alright. So yeah, we just rub this shit around until it goes red. Perfect. Nice and blood. And then we put that one in there, and we are gone. Now we go back to the lab. Let's have a read of this. This is the DNA sample collected, and let's place the samples in here, I guess. We're going to start this analysis. Let's grab the results, and grab the results. Then we're going to compare these with these, and we're going to find a place. Maybe here. Did I ever try here? I must have, right? It's hard. Hard one. Maybe it's there. I don't know. It's hard to get that one. Maybe it's here. The 9 and the 4. Or maybe we go back to selection. Yeah. Can we go? I think it's still more likely. Even though the game's told us that they do match, that they don't match, right? Or is this how we really do DNA analysis in the field? Can't be. Can't be, right? Surely not. Oh, maybe here. We tried this one. No, it's very close, but not quite. Can I turn on slow? New mail received, apparently. Let's have a look at the, while we're here. We place more samples for just funsies. Yes. Coffee machine email. We've read that one. Well, I've read that one. It's boring. Let's read the tutorial, shall we? So it's DNA analysis, bioevidence analysis, yeah? One must be a known reference, right? Use the control knob. Does it say roughly where it goes? There, on the third line, the rightish. So here, I don't know, I feel like we're throwing this person's life away on a non-matching DNA sample. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, you know? Right, well, close enough-ish. Why is the fine adjustment button the same as scale, right? Makes no sense. Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's perfect except that it's a bit too far to the left. But when I move it to there, maybe we'll do that. And then say that the profiles match, and then export it. And then let's grab the results. And then, yeah, I don't know. I still feel uncomfortable. Like we're throwing this person's life away. He's gonna kill us when he finds out that we've just done it all on the basis of luck, I guess. But yeah, let's I guess send this off to the chief, see how he feels. One DNA analysis. Let's send that evidence. So it's still not coming through as, oh no, there it is. Correctly match the DNA found in the crime scene. Alrighty. Sure. Oh my god. What did I notice? DNA profile, true DNA analysis is 1. Analysis quality is 66 out of 10. 66. So my analysis quality was not good. At least I recognized that it wasn't good, you know? Eventually I'll get 100 on one of these. Handguns and projectiles. Alrighty, let's have a look at handguns and projectiles, shall we? If anyone can figure out where that DNA analysis was meant to go, by the way, that'd be helpful. Alright, let's go grab the case lid, and we're going to grab the evidence markers first. Yes. Then take the trajectory rod. Okay, perfect. Aim at the hole. Okay, perfect. Okay. So that's just teaching us how to use a trajectory log. And then, okay. And then, okay. Okay, perfect. So where's the bullet hole then? Somewhere around here? Must be, right? Because they told us that, oh, there it is. So let us place this down first. There we go. We're going to mark this as evidence 1. We also need to actually find the handgun, which will probably be somewhere in this room, if I'm going to guess. Have you hidden it? No? Ah, there it is. Yeah. So let's mark that one down as handgun. Boop. And now let us uncrawl and return these, and let's take some photos. Perfect. And I do keep on forgetting what get out of camera is. Too much overlap. Okay. It's literally just right click, but now let's take this projectile while we're here. Hopefully we're running around with evidence bags, so we're not getting our horrible fingerprints all over it. Let's grab this. We'll place it in here, shall we? Yoink. Perfect, thank you. And now let's grab the camera and tripod. We want to place it probably about here-ish. And then we want to take the spray can and then go yoink. Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh, but now this area is no longer spray painted. Go, 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 go. Go, breathe in this carbon monoxide. Press use camera. Exposure timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, it is taking a pretty good photo. Okay. Then the other thing that we just need is the gun. Let's return spray can. Let's return this. We want to tidy up the crime scene after us. We don't want it to look like we've been here, right? There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Now we're back in the laboratory, of course, where we're going to be analyzing this. By the way, anyone upset that this game does not have graphics options? It's just like this. Evidence collected. Right. Perfect. Thank you. So to do this, I know you are going to put the reference projectiles. Okay, perfect. And set the firearm. Yoink. Shoot the firearm. And then you just open this up and take that. Yoink. Brilliant. We are doing our forensics well. Now we're just going to do a print. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are going to compare these two to see if they work. Rotate light, rotate projectile. Roughly like, no. I want to rotate it the other way. Oh, look at that. It's almost perfect. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. I mean, they obviously match. I think that is obvious, right? The lines are all perfect. They match. The light, I think that's perfect as well. Like if we rotate the light, what will happen? Oh, we probably want to go like there-ish. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's perfect already. Let's go. These projectiles obviously match, and then and then export that results, right? Perfect. Now that should tell us hopefully everything that we need. Yeah, I hope. I'm gonna send that evidence off, and hopefully we get a aha. There we go. Close. Let's grab our little conclusion. 100. Let's go. I've never been so happy in my life. Cold storage. So this is the last. A storage unit located at Bahnhofster 21 is suspected of being used in connection with a cryptocurrency scam. The unit is registered under the name Mark Kruger. Investigators are instructed to secure and analyze any electronic devices found at the scene. Well, let's go. So that is just doing the same stuff that we did in the first little tutorial, but this time I'm actually going to have to find where all the evidence is and bag and tag it. If there is evidence I miss, it would be against my score, so we need to be thorough, right? We want to get the best score possible, so let's do that. Yes, perfect. We did read this earlier. It's just the same, right? Where's my evidence? We get an evidence box. Oh yeah, where's my little box? There we are. Let's take some evidence markers. So there's quite a lot of area to explore, isn't there? But we're just looking for any technology that we can find. I guess that is in the storage unit specifically. Well, it'll be this laptop. Yeah, can I? Thank you. Anything back here? Nope. 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 I'm glad that that laptop was so obvious. Hopefully there's mobile phones that are kind of obvious as well. The game will tag them for you if you get close enough, but you need to be quite close. The person that... Oh, there's number 2, of course. This one right here. And I did notice there was one down here as well. 3. I'd like to think that forensics... the crime scene team came in before us and found all of these. And therefore, can we... Yeah, perfect. I just like to mark them on my map for ease of finding them later. Did I mark both of these? No. There we go. Now, let's go take photos. Where did I put my bloody case? And, yeah, can we get our evidence in? Thank you. Thanks to everyone that set up these lights. So now it makes me think that there's something else in this area, you know? Because this light is shining from far away. But I'll just believe that the crime scene team just wanted to really highlight that laptop and, you know, we're wanting to be extra thorough, even though they put quite a small light here, right? Okay, perfect. And too much overlap between this number and... There we go. Okay, those are our photos. Now let's put this camera away, hit our box, and then actually secure these. So we want a cell phone, we want this here smartphone, this here smartphone, and more importantly, this here laptop. Yoink. And now we can just put them in our evidence box and take them out. Do you reckon we'll get an email now that we've found all of the evidence? They'll be like, yo, you're awesome. No emails. But let's, maybe we didn't find any passwords, did we? This, the decrypting is going to be annoying. Okay, no password and start decrypting. There we go. Well, also, while we're here, we'll grab this damaged one and we'll do the good old heat treatment on it. Okay, perfect. Ooh, there we go. We'll chuck that one in there. Ooh, allegedly not. Yeah, gravity. There we go. Let's pick up this adapter. We'll also start decrypting one other one, just for funsies. Let's start decrypting this one. Oh, thank you. This one here. There we go. Let's grab the results while we're here. And let's desolder the other one. Come on, Chip. You got it, Chip. Chip cheese him. I'm trying not to... There we go. Oh no. It was the device getting decrypted. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. Yoink. Let's grab this and then let's decrypt this one. Perfect. Let's grab these results as well. Let's run over to the computer and check them in our email. This one and this one. There we go. We can come back now. Grab that. And then finally we've got one more left where we are going to skip the password and start decrypting. Grab the results. Maybe we're missing a password. A laptop though. Fingerprints and light switches. A usable for is generally unlikely. Right. I mean, that's true. But also, like, Why were there so many fingerprints on the floor in that one? You don't touch the floor generally. When I was originally doing it, the fingerprint one, I was looking at really obvious places that people leave their fingerprints, like doorknobs, lamps, light switches, things like that. And I was like, why is there none here? You know, these cops doing a really good job. Toilet seat as well. Nothing there. Nothing on the toilet itself. You know, you'd expect stuff like this, my friend. Give me my email. Ooh. The Lunar Dodge. Okay. Meme coin, right? Credentials to cryptocurrency for the Lunar Dodge rug pool. Lunar Doge, I guess. Show large withdrawals. The data chip from the second image phone. Cryptocurrency wallet with additional transaction evidence. Cross-referencing coordinated cryptocurrency rug pool scheme. The intake devices, right, while the damaged phones yield the financial evidence. All evidence points to the storage unit of the center of it. Perfect. Content. Recovered digital, yeah, perfect, was used to facilitate a cryptocurrency rug pull. Intake phone and laptop contained planning documents for the Lunar Dodge. Two intentionally damaged phones recovered via chip off extraction and revealing those cryptocurrency wallets, and yeah, perfect. And subsequent routing to the exit wallet. Mark Kruder admitted to organizing the scream. Let's conclude. What did we get? We missed a password. There was a password somewhere. Interesting. I didn't see it. I blame the case for being too hard. Hotel burglary. A breaking and entering was reported in the Hotel Best Eastern in Worcester. Two suspects have already been arrested, Heike Schmidt and Florian Hochland. Both have private convictions for this type of crime and were seen in this area. Their fingerprints are attached for comparison. Around 3 a.m., a hotel employee saw a single person leaving the floor. This suggests that only one of them could have committed the crime. Proceed to the crime scene and collect all necessary fingerprints to determine which suspect is responsible. Alrighty. I reckon personally it was Schmidt. That's what I'm going to go with, Schmidt. So I guess that the slightly annoying thing about fingerprint analysis is that we have to find the fingerprints with the thing before we can bag and tag. So we need to start with the this one and take the UV light first. Then we're just going to run around here looking for stuff. There's a coffee cup there. We need to bag and tag that. Oh, there's something on this cave. There's another fingerprint right there. We're just going to mark them. I reckon there must be like 4-ish. So let's go with that. Anything over here? No. Anything over here? Surely you would open this up, right? Or open the suitcase up as part of your thievery. Oh, there's one there. Okay. Anything over here on the light switch? Oh, there's one. And another one here. Let's crouch down. Where else would you put a finger if you were doing a crime? We can check the floor. People crawling around, obviously, like they did in the original scenario. No one's touched the tap as usual. No one's touched the mirror as usual. No one's touched the shower as usual. No one's touched the toilet. Not even the person staying here. We can put our own fingerprint. Let's continue to do that. So this is what's weird, right? You'd expect to see all kinds of fingerprints over here. But there's just not. Well, let's say that we've found all of them. Because I can't be bothered looking for more than 2 seconds. And now let's grab our camera. And by camera, I mean evidence marker. So, yoink. Let's evidence the coffee cup. Yoink. Let's evidence the this bad boy. And then let's evidence this bad boy. Let's evidence this bad boy. And finally... Ooh. Apparently I can't. And then finally this bad boy. There we go. We need to put a dot by the 6 so that we know that it's a 6 and not a 9. Not that we've ever had 9 pieces of evidence yet. Oh, no, my 3's upside down, but that's fine. They can deal. Angle's too steep. But what about this angle? Too much overlap. Objects are too small, too much overlap. Too much overlap. Angle too... Actual arsehole behavior. How am I meant to... Oh, there we go. I noticed that we got here and it was okay. Should have just taken a photo as soon as too many evidence markers, too much overlaps. Objects are too small, too many evidence markers, too much overlap. No evidence marker, too much evidence, too much overlap, too much evidence. Oh, I did get an okay, and there's an okay. Perfect. Alrighty. Now let's run around with some strips and take some coffee cup. Take these. Come on. No blackness. Figure it out. There we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's take that. Then we'll remove. I don't like these ones that are on horizontal surfaces, you know? It's a little bit hard to get the poison. 2, 3, and X. 2 is the remove powder, which I've never had to use, because I'm that good at fingerprints, apparently. Perfect. I wonder when you know that you have to use a remove powder. We can try, I guess. We can just, like, hold this forever. Don't want it, though. I prefer my analysis score to be high, you know? There we go. I don't know whether remove powder does your analysis score or not. Can we have a look at that desk? We should probably have a look at that desk. I'll get that camera out very quickly and have a quick look. Yeah, no whiteness, but bad fingerprint, I reckon. Remove excess powder. Oh, here we are. Now let's get an add powder. So it does tell us if we've put too much powder on, I guess. There we go. Now with our, yeah, let's go grab our USB little thingamajig and just have a look over here. Oh yeah, there is another fingerprint that we didn't get. So let's go grab and tag that one. Take the evidence, we'll put the USB, look, bloody hell. Can you not hold more than one thing in your hand, my friend? Here we go. Oop. And then let's put that here, take that, and more importantly, let us put the camera away. Grab my little fingerprint kit, extract this fingerprint. Nice, okay. And then we'll do our little, perfect. Okay, that's probably all of them. Yeah, let's say that that's all of them because I can't be bothered. Let's get a lab. Lab time. Oh, I'm so sick today, and I don't like it. I don't like being sick. I get a kind of cold or flu. It's been very annoying. If you got any remedies, let me know. Don't say take shit. We need to do the coffee cup as well, actually. Let's put that in the good old Humi hood now. Place evidence there. Let's close that off. Extract a fingerprint. Let's run that while we're chilling. Oh yeah. Look at that obvious delta right there, you know? Oi, I said delta. Pick that. There's also a couple of very obvious junctions. One right here, 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 one right here. One right here, of course. Very strong. Oh, you can go all the way up to very strong. This is probably why I only got that thingamajig. Do we reckon we can do this as ends, or will it upset us? Or look at that. Let's say that this is a match. Oh, this is just not a match. There's no... I feel like delta. I wonder if that counts as a delta as well, or if that's just ends, you know? It certainly is harder to get a... where's my other junction? Right here. Very strong. Back. Yeah, that's just no match. This one is no match. It's going to be hard to find a match for that one, honestly. And that one's also no match. Let's go grab the coffee cup now that we've finished his. Yoink. I did find a fingerprint, which is nice. Let us go over these results. Compare, let's go back and have a look at this one finally. This one's also no match. There we go. Now one of these people will probably be the one that was, oh, definitely no match. I actually don't think we've seen any of this guy's. So he's probably not the burglar. Yeah, no match for sure. He's got very small fingers, doesn't he? Sorry to like, I guess, make fun of your body shame you. But yeah, I think he only put like the ink on like one side of his finger when he was doing this. Either way, it wasn't here, so we know it's Florian. But we can just grab the other people's fingerprints to show that. So this one's no match. This one is her. We can do this loop. Apparently, back is it loop? It's clearly a loop hero. It's a loop. It's a loop. It doesn't like that. Maybe. Oh well. Let's do this delta. It's clearly a delta here. Clearly a delta here. Clearly a junction here and here. A junction here and here. A junction here and here. Another junction here and here. There we go. It's a match. See? Clearly. Not a match. I'm just going to do these via my eyes. Look. And then the comps will be like... I'm going to try this loop again. Because look, it's clearly a loop. You know? What? Alright, well, let's start with that delta, I guess. And then let's grab every single junction that we possibly can. No. Perfect. Look at that. Let's say that's a match, right? And export that. And what's this one? Ooh. Honestly, it's not hers. We can tell that basically straight away because there's a whole bunch of junctions here and here, which we just don't get on this one. Let's say no match. This one is also no match, and this one is a match. So we can do that with the good old Delty. Is this the coffee cup one? It must be. So she was drinking out of her own coffee cup. Suspicious. How dare she? On holiday as well. There we go. And then, final one. Most of these will be no matches. This is the person with the weird fingerprint. We found him. No match. No match. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get too strong, but we can try. There's a junction right here. There's this junction. There's also a junction right here. There's this junction. There's a junction right here. There's this junction. Let's try ends as well, because I reckon we may be able to get ends. Or, nah, it doesn't like that one. Well, let's, I always get confused, a little bit confused about ends. There's nothing really in here to show that there's junctions, right? Because we got the junctions in here, but not on there. My only thoughts, and he's got no deltas. So the only thought is that we just grab ends, which might be like this. Maybe we can do this. I want to see if we can find any ends that actually like match. These ones, maybe it's like this. That's a match. That's not a match. Here-ish. I'm just gonna click on stuff. Well, yeah. So probably we just want the very best of evidence, which are these junctions. Where we can get like a moderate. Or I could go back to the. Oh no, it won't let me now. This one also I can't do. Is there any junctions that I can see in here? No. Obviously this junction here is right here. Look at it. You can see it. It's a match. Oh, there. We can do this junction actually. This junction you can kind of actually see. Look, right there. No. Maybe it's this one. Ooh. Ooh. Let's try these ones, shall we? I reckon it's this one, right? Junctions. So I wanted to just play something more chill today. And I decided Murder Simulator 2015. Good game to play. When you're sick, you know? Everyone wants to do forensic science when they're sick. It's the best way to get well, you know? Let's do a casual bit of forensic science in the morning. I reckon it's roughly here, right? Ooh, there's a match. There we go. Oh, this one's way easier. We can grab like the million junctions that are on this various ends. And then finally, we can do this one, which is just no match. There we go. Perfect. Easy. Let's grab all of the results. And let's take these over to the good old computer and check them in. Select all, send this evidence out. And look, we got some. Ooh. Yep. Florian Hockland, multiple locations. Yep. Okay. Hayako Schmidt, whose fingerprints. Yep, perfect. The fingerprints analysis claim that Florian Hockland was present in the room. The best during the break-in. Ooh. His fingerprints were found at multiple locations inside the room. The second suspect, Heiko Schmidt, is cleared. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, sure. Now, let's see what I missed. Oh, fingerprints. I missed a lot of fingerprints. Missed a lot of fingerprint analysis as well, because I missed a lot of fingerprints. Probably missed like 7 of the fingerprints. But I did get the one general thing. So that was handy. What was my overall score for that case? 86. Gross. Oh. Anyway, let's end it here. But thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm gonna go drink some tea, I think. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Look after yourself. And if you're sick, jump into bed. Don't be silly like me and play games. See ya.